Before you even think about installing or troubleshooting your drip irrigation, you need to know these 7 common mistakes. Trust me, avoiding them will save you time, money, and a whole lot of headaches. Now, before we dive deep into the details, let me introduce you to the top 7 common mistakes that we're talking about in this video. First mistake is not matching the emitters to your plant's watering needs, which can literally kill your plants or waste tons of water. Second mistake is exceeding the tubing capacity of your system, leading to uneven water distribution. Third mistake is having an inadequate water supply flow rate that leaves your plants thirsty. Fourth mistake is running too low or too high water pressure, which can damage your entire system. Fifth mistake is poor or no filtration system, causing constant clogs and headaches. Sixth mistake is neglecting regular maintenance, which turns your investment into a nightmare. And the seventh mistake is improper installation of components, which can make your whole system fail from day one. Mistake 1. Not matching the emitters to the plant's watering needs. Let's start with mistake number 1, not matching the emitters to your plant's watering needs. This is probably the biggest mistake I see gardeners make, and it's costing them big time. Here's the thing. Different plants need different amounts of water. And if you're using the same emitter for your tomatoes and your succulents, you're setting yourself up for disaster. Your tomatoes might be drowning while your other plants are dying of thirst, or vice versa. The solution is simple but crucial. You need to group plants with similar water needs together and use appropriate emitters for each zone. For example, use 1 gallon per hour emitters for thirsty vegetables like tomatoes and peppers, but switch to 0.5 gallon per hour or even quarter-gallon emitters for herbs and drought-tolerant plants. This isn't just about plant health, it's about water efficiency and saving money on your water bill. Mistake 2. Exceeding the tubing capacity of your system. Mistake number 2 is exceeding the tubing capacity of your system. This one sneaks up on even experienced gardeners. Every piece of tubing has a maximum flow rate it can handle, and when you exceed that capacity, you get uneven water distribution throughout your system. What happens is the emitters closest to your water source get plenty of water, while the ones at the end of the line barely get a trickle. To avoid this, you need to calculate the total flow rate of all your emitters on each line and make sure it doesn't exceed your tubing's capacity. Quarter-inch tubing typically handles about 30 gallons per hour, while half-inch tubing can handle around 200 gallons per hour. If you need more capacity, consider running multiple lines or upgrading to larger diameter tubing. Mistake 3. Inadequate water supply flow rate. The third mistake is having an inadequate water supply flow rate. Your drip irrigation system is only as good as the water supply feeding it. If your water source can't provide enough flow to meet your system's demands, you're going to have problems. This is especially common when people try to run large systems off of small water sources, or when they don't account for pressure loss over long distances. Before designing your system, test your water supply's flow rate by timing how long it takes to fill a known container. Most residential water supplies provide 3 to 5 gallons per minute, which should be adequate for most home drip systems. But if you're planning a large installation, you might need to zone your system or consider a larger water source. Mistake 4. Too low or too high of water pressure. Mistake number 4 is running too low or too high water pressure. Drip irrigation systems are designed to operate within specific pressure ranges, typically between 15 and 30 psi. Too low pressure means your emitters won't work properly, and you'll get inconsistent water distribution. Too high pressure can damage your components, cause emitters to pop off, and create misting instead of dripping. Most municipal water supplies deliver water at 40 to 80 psi, so you'll likely need a pressure regulator to bring it down to the proper range. Don't skip this component, it's essential for system longevity and proper operation. Mistake 5. Poor or no filtration system. The fifth mistake is having poor or no filtration system. Water contains sediments, minerals, and debris that can clog your emitters faster than you'd believe. Without proper filtration, you'll spend more time cleaning clogged emitters than enjoying your garden, The type of filter you need depends on your water source. If you're using municipal water, a simple 150 mesh screen filter will usually suffice. Well, water typically requires more robust filtration, possibly including sediment filters, and even chemical treatment for high mineral content. Remember, replacing a filter is much cheaper and easier than constantly unclogging emitters or replacing damaged components. Mistake 6. Neglecting regular maintenance. Mistake number 6 is neglecting regular maintenance. Drip irrigation isn't a set-it-and-forget-it system. Despite what some people think, regular maintenance is crucial for keeping your system running efficiently. This includes checking for clogged emitters, cleaning or replacing filters, inspecting tubing for damage, and adjusting emitter placement as plants grow. Set a schedule to inspect your system at least once a month during growing season. Look for signs of problems like dry spots, overly wet areas, or visible damage to components. Catching problems early saves you from bigger headaches later. Mistake 7. Improper installation of components. The 7th and final mistake is improper installation of components, and this one can destroy your entire system before you even start. Picture this. You spend your whole weekend installing everything, only to find water shooting everywhere except where your plants are. This happens when you use wrong fittings, don't secure tubing properly, place emitters in crazy spots, or have zero planning. Here's my honest advice. If you're a beginner, hire a professional for your first installation. Yes, it costs more upfront, but think of it as paying for a masterclass. Watch them work, ask questions, and learn their tricks. Once you see how it's really done, you'll be ready to handle your own installations next time. This saves you from costly mistakes and gives you confidence for future projects. If you're going DIY, plan everything first, use the right tools, and don't rush. A good installation lasts for years, while a bad one becomes a nightmare that never ends. Here's a bonus tip that ties everything together. Start small and expand gradually. Don't try to irrigate your entire property at once. Begin with a small area, learn how the system works, and then expand as you gain experience. This approach lets you make mistakes on a smaller scale and learn from them without major consequences. Remember, drip irrigation is incredibly efficient when done right, but these mistakes can turn it into a water-wasting, plant-killing nightmare. The key is understanding that every component of your system needs to work together harmoniously. Your emitters, tubing, pressure, filtration, and maintenance all play crucial roles in system success. Mastering drip irrigation means avoiding these 7 mistakes. If you found this information valuable, consider supporting the channel by subscribing and exploring our other videos. Thanks for watching.